Hello, welcome everybody. Sharing that out. Haven't been on. I wasn't on yesterday. So it's like I haven't been on for a long time one day, but it feels like a long time. Well, new moon yesterday, and then we had, daylight savings time. What better way to drive people insane is having an activation of a moon, and then here we are coming up to a, the daylight savings time. So, but we're going to begin this week with the moon, the moon's going to be in Aries. Sun is still going to be definitely in Pisces. So a lot of activation there with Pisces and coming to the end, and with the sun and with Venus moving up there. So this is it just can't be just one or two things. Then we have Mercury coming into focus because he's moving into Pisces also. So now we really have some real activation that's going on within Pisces, and he's going to be there till what? Sometime in April. I don't have the exact date in front of me. I'm sorry. I know it's till about April 21st is what keeps coming into my mind, because a lot of things are coming in around April 21st, 23rd. And we're going to end this week April 19th. Mercury goes in there. So maybe April 2nd he moves out and he goes into Aries, because he's going through pretty fast. So April 19th he's going to be in Taurus. And just wait. It's okay. We'll find it. And Venus going into Aries on the 21st. Venus is going into Aries. Okay, sorry. I just had to look that up. Anyways, let's roll back in here as I got myself off on a little thing. So this is going to be activating our right side of the brain. So our right side of the brain is going to be activated. There's more imagination that's going to be coming in. With Mercury going in there, Neptune, the ruler, is there. There's going to be a lot of activation about what are we dreaming about? What does that look like? And this also because we're Pisces in, and wherever the sun is, whatever sign that is, we make that the first house. So the sun is in Pisces, so we're making that the first house. So it's activating how are we being seen, right? Activating all of this energy. Plus, he's going to come up with and conjunct Pallas Athena. Power. Athena's power. She wants to, she's It just kicked me out. Now I came back in. Hello. Sorry if I lost people. Sorry about that. I don't know what that is. But I am back. I think I'm back. So hello. Hi. Since I started talking about that, just sort of went crazy. So yeah, sorry about that. Just got kicked out, and I got brought back in. Yeah. So anyways, let's go on. Let's continue on because we do have with Athena. So Athena, she is that one who goes through and she's very powerful. She wants things to happen. When she comes into Pisces, she's in the water, she's in the ether, she's in this energy of like boom, boom, boom. It's like, okay, I'm gonna consider things. That's what she's going to do. Now she's going to consider. She's not going to really activate or act on, but Mercury's coming in, and he's coming in, and he's like, bah, 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 bah. And here's this person like, what? What are you saying? What do you mean? What do you mean? What's going on? Huh? What? What? They did what? What do you mean? How's that going to make me look? So we have this activation that's happening right now. And with that, that is about a desire to move. This is about us desiring to, how am I going to look? I got to activate my power because I got to look good, right? This is where she's coming in. This is an activation of like, yeah, I'm a goddess. How does my hair look? So many people might be going out and wanting to get, spruce up, new hairdo, color, makeup, whatever it is, new outfit. So this is really bringing in this activation. And with that, also with Mars and Mars and Mercury squaring. So Mercury squaring Mars. And where's Mars? Mars is in Gemini. Now, and he's in this fourth house. So this is activating a lot to do with property, home. How do I feel? How does this look? Is this where I want to be? Ideas. All of this is coming in. Desire. Do I want to move? Is there a desire to move? So this is where this energy is coming in this week. Plus, there might be a little bit with Mars being in there and Mercury squaring it. Could be, that's a little bit of arguments. It's the fourth house. Who rules the fourth house? Well, could be Cancer. Well, Cancer. What is Cancer? And we end up with the moon in Cancer at the end of the week. But this is all activation. So now we have things to do with mother. A mother activation. How are we dealing with mother? Our own mother, me being a mother, you being a mother, our mothering of ourselves. And Mars is coming in and activating that with Mercury. So there could be something that's going to arouse from that. There could be some, spitfire arguments or something around that to do with mother. And with that, this is where we're activating. So this is a lot, we have a lot of things that are coming in, and Mercury is coming in to mentally activate. Now, Mercury coming out of Aquarius, where he's like, yeah, there's freedom and I'm buoyancy and I'm kind of out here in the stratosphere, and now I'm put into water. So communications that he's trying to bring for you, right? Trying to bring to you allows for you to, you might not hear everything fully, right? So bringing in this activation. Someone just asked me a question, doesn't the new moon energy last up to 6 months? Depending what you're doing, yes. If you are working and doing a manifestation, or you're working with certain energy, from the new moon that you had in Pisces to when it becomes the full moon in Pisces, which would be in September. When the sun is in Virgo. So if you are working with that energy, yes, definitely, that's an activation. Some people, because that's only one cycle. You have a new moon to new moon cycle, and you have a new moon to full moon cycle. So it's what cycle are you working with, and are you keeping track of that cycle, right? Flowing, don't get stuck. Just keep going. But this energy is also, when we start looking at other aspects that are coming in and other activations that are coming in for us, this is a really time of imagination. What imagination's getting activated? And with Mars taking and being the leader of the pack right now, squaring Mercury, this is about a time of us coming really inwardly and listening. This is a time of coming in and looking at and witnessing where we are getting activated with different parts of our feelings, especially anger. because we have Pallas Athena and we have Mercury or Mars, right? And she's squaring Mars too. So there's this energy of how is this being activated? Who is activating? What is triggering you? So we have to also come in and we have to come into and sit with our own story and see where that story is. What is the root of that story? How did that story come in for me? So this is like for us, yes, we are coming into looking at where we are, what's delightful for us, what is delighting us, because we do have the combo of the sun and Venus and Neptune, and Venus is coming very closely to the sun, and soon she'll be coming the evening star, and she's not going retrograde till the end of the year, so that's her retrograde cycle. But there's this activation because this Venus and it's in the first house and Pisces. What delights me? What makes me feel good? What kind of clothes do I like to wear? What feels good on my skin, right? And this is bringing in for us to look into our frequencies of love and passion and our, into our higher frequencies of spirituality. Now, with Saturn and Jupiter still in Aquarius, and they're in the 12th house, this is also looking into old wisdom. Bringing in the Aquarius is bringing in Aquarius rules astrology, bringing in that wisdom. What is that wisdom that you want to bring in? So this week and this next couple weeks is a real activation of us really coming into looking at our desires, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, bringing in all the elements. So this is coming forth for us to really bring in a new mental mindset for ourselves and having us really step into our energies that are uncomfortable, right? So if we are uncomfortable, because this is growth and evolutionary growth, and we're coming into a big along with the earth growth, the earth consciousness, the collective consciousness, there's going to be a great growth here because we are going to come under restrictions. There's restrictions that are still there, but through our growth, how are we stepping forward with these restrictions? How are we looking at and still being able to create our abundance? Because Chiron is in the second house, Chiron is in Aries, and it's about creating. How are we creating our funnels along with restrictions that are there? And looking at our desires and our desires to build our self-worth, however that is. And this could also be a week of purging because we have the sun that will be going into Aquarius on the 20th, right? And this is bringing in a lot of energy. This is bringing in a lot of transformation and change for us. And there could be some purging that we're doing. So with that, because, if we're looking at our anger, we're looking at things, maybe we find that we're too cluttered. So there could be some purging, letting go, releasing, cleaning out the closet, spring, the spring cleaning coming forth. So what are you purging? What are you looking at? Things to do with home and property are coming in this week. Are you selling, moving? Are you staying here, going? What are you doing within your property? And allowing ourselves to expand with this all. So this is like, if I'm going to put an energy meter on this, even with the Piscean and stuff and the sun and everything's going forward. So we got a forward motion until the 23rd of April when Pluto will go retrograde. We have a forward motion. And this forward motion is really activating us to get things together for our lives. This could cause, for some people, huge frustrations. This could be where it can activate a lot of things that, because we are getting triggered by our anger, could bring us up to above, I would say, out of 10, it could put us at maybe even a 50. I'm going to say that, thereabouts. And for others, this could be like, yeah, this is the inspiration, this is the energy that we need. And we could be like, a 2 to a 5 out of 10, for feeling, frustrations or anything along that line. So this is, us setting up. This is us looking in. And plus with that Saturn and Jupiter is bringing in, is there anything that I want to learn more about? Astrology, tarot. Today I have the angel class. So if you want to learn more about the archangels and stepping into the archangel energy and working with the archangels, bringing in a continuing education and coming into deeper energies, which is allowing us to come in to do a transformation and bring it in. Feels like a change and moving something fresh and new for me. Absolutely. That's wonderful. So far, I'm really liking this energy. It's forward moving. It's great. It's wonderful. There's this, it is a very active energy. There is, with that Saturn, Jupiter in Aquarius and in the 12th house right now, there's a limited and being contained. So for some, might be feeling this limitation and feeling contained. But even with that, there's like, what is my approach to this? How am I approaching this energy? How am I approaching for my change on how I want to step forward? Because this next 2 weeks is like, okay, this is an activation for the year. As we build up, even building up to the spring equinox. For me, I really see that more as the beginning of the year because it is the change. It is that equal of the day and the night and us stepping into that freshness of spring. That's the first season. So here we are. We're in some really interesting energy. I think it's a very positive week. It is where we're going to have what causes an anger, what is the response, having you to take a look at that for sure if you get triggered by something. And if you have any issues with mother issues might be a big one that's going to come up for a lot of people this week. So looking at that and looking at what's going on in your house. So the 4th house, what's going on in the 4th house, which has to do with stability. It has to do with family, home. What is that like for you? Are you purging? Are you looking at revamping something there? That could definitely come in there too. The other thing that's coming in is that the nodes are just activated the 13 degree on Gemini and on Sagittarius. So we have an activation that is just happening because they've hit that point. And in Sagittarius, that activation point is the past is brought to light. So we will see some things coming to light because of this activation. And then, of course, the natal nodes, they're going retrograde, but they are always going back and forth. So, but that activation of a sort of like a revelation of things coming in. There could be some family secrets that come in, surprises that come up with this activation. And plus Mars is in Gemini, so squaring off. So some, communications, what are the communications that are going to be coming in there that's going to activate it? And even within Mars, this is about how we are performing, one's talent, skills, ability. So it's like we have things coming to light, and are we performing the way that we would like to perform in our world? Are we, our situations facing, the situations that you're facing, is it not always enough to know that you are highly skilled or have others, how wonderful you are? So maybe is there something that you're trying to prove? Is this something that you're trying to push out? What is it? Right? What is it? So there is that activation that's coming in for this. So allowing ourselves to step into this activation, step into this beauty and positivity. So lots going on for us this week. A lot of activations that are happening for us. Let's go with the flow. let us, if there's something that triggers you, definitely sit with it. Sit with it. Some people are going to have problems with it. You got to sit with it. You got to know where this anger is coming from. Know where what's triggering you and what's making you feel pissy. And if you want a reading, definitely get a hold of me. And you can get a hold of me through thegurumama@gmail.com, or just PM me, and you can book in a natal reading, and let's look at your chart, or a tarot reading if you wish. So sending you guys out so much love. If you're still wanting to come into the angel class, it starts at noon today. So in 30 minutes, it's going to begin. And if you'd like to join me, definitely get a hold. There's always room for one more. Angels love bringing in as many people as we can. And it is $75, and there's a workbook and everything that you receive with this class. So have a fabulous day. Hello, Dwayne. And really allow yourself to step into the positivity of this week and the energies of this week. Look at your mental focus, what you are imagining, and allow yourself to take some risk this week, especially with your own self and with what you want to go forward with and put forward for this coming year. Blessed be everybody. Have a fabulous one, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.